This is a production by Caesar the Pro. 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 This is a production by Caesar the Pro.
What's up, Queens? It is your girl, CEO Queendom, in the building for another video. I just wanted to let y'all know I'm loving this lip, and the lip I am wearing is by Heart Candy. It's called Glycerati Press and Play. This is what it looks like, and the color is Slay 1456. Basically it is something you put on your lips, let dry. It doesn't take that long to dry, and then boom, you press. You see that glitter? You see it. But okay, let's get back to the real video. I am using my Valentine's Day gift. My husband bought me a ring light, and I love it. So this is a more serious video. I wanted to come and talk to you guys about, not only because of people who have come to me about it, I've also been dealing with it myself. But before we start, you know how I always introduce my new wine. So the kind is Beringer Main and Vine. The brand is Moscato. So this is the kind, right? It is, I just bought 2 bottles at my local grocery store, which near me is Food Town. They were 2 for $5, so they're like $2.50, you know, give or take, without tax, I think. So you can get you some. It is a really good wine. It's sweet. For some people, I'm getting all into all different types of wine. Some sweet wines have a bitter taste when you first drink it. Once you get past that, girl, you'll be good. Okay, so back to our actual content that we will be talking about today. And we will basically be talking about mental check. Like different things that people are going through throughout life now. And things that we need to do for ourselves in order to have our mental check in line. I was just watching a live where, I mean, it was so much being poured out, and it was a lot to take in, because a lot of the times we be thinking we're the only person going through things. We don't think that the next person has any worser or any better than we have, and actually some people have worser. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is self-love for your mental check. Self-love is a very big thing that needs to happen now more than ever. Like, growing up when I was younger, I didn't understand self-love, so I didn't have self-love for myself. I always had love for everybody else. I was always the lovey person, the one that gives the love. Didn't know that I was supposed to get it back. I didn't know that that's one of the key things that I needed in order to live my life and have my life in a certain way. Self-love is very major. Like, you can't love anyone else. You can't love your mother, your father, your kids, your job, your money, your black-owned businesses. You can't love nothing else until you love yourself. And sometimes we get into relationships thinking that we're going to find certain things, and we don't. We don't, because we're expecting people to give us something that we don't even know how to give to ourselves, which basically means if I tell you I need love, what is love to me? What, in my definition, is love for me? And if I don't even know what love is for myself, how can I expect you to give me love in the way that I see that I need it if I don't even know what it is? First and foremost, a lot of us have to take the time to start loving ourselves. You're not going to be like the next person. Be thankful about that. I've always knew I wasn't like everybody else. And when I was growing up, I got picked on a lot. But I never really had a problem with being different. I just didn't understand it. And being different is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's actually a great thing to be different, because to tell you the truth, so many people are following trends to where you're not separating yourself. You're not separating yourself from no one else. No one else. You're like everybody else. My thing is, accept who you are and learn to love the person who you are. No, you're not going to be perfect. No one is. You have a lot of people out here, especially these Instagram people, who want to make their life seem like it's fabulous. I struggle every day. I'm not perfect. I'll tell you I'm not perfect. But that's what helps me, because I know what I go through. I know what I'm dealing with. So I don't have to fake it to try to be down or in with someone else. Self-love. Like, seriously, understanding who you are. Then realizing what you want. Not only from other people, but from yourself. What do you want for yourself? Do you want over and beyond love? Do you want a catering love? Do you want a compassion love for yourself? I want all of the above for myself. And I'm glad I'm at a stage now that I actually really love myself. And it took me a while to get there, because I never knew what it was. But I love myself, and I'm okay with being different. And now that I know self-love, I don't think any other love is more greater than my love for myself, and the love that I've learned to grow for myself. So, ladies, self-love. Please, 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 please learn to love yourself first. You can't love no one else the way that they feel like you should love them if you can't even love yourself the way that you deserve to be loved. So that is our first check off on our mental checklist: self-love. Look into it today. Find you some time, write some stuff down, figure it out for yourself. Let no one else figure it out for you. Figure it out for yourself. Okay, the second thing is me time. Oh my goodness. I never, ever knew about me time. I have 4 children. I've been working at my job for a year. So before then, I was unemployed for 4 years. And I was at home all the time. So me time was not something that I was able to get. At times now, y'all, like, I don't want the me time. I don't know. I guess I'm not gonna say I'm a loner, but I am. I'm a very loner. Like, I'm cool with everybody and I can get along with everybody, but finding good people to associate yourself with, knowing that I want to protect my energy, my happiness. So sometimes I have to just stay to myself sometimes. But me time is very, very important. Very important. It don't matter when you decide to do it, but it needs to start being done. Because a lot of the times we give so much time to everyone else that we never cater to ourselves. It's kind of in the same level of catering to yourself, loving yourself, getting to know yourself. You have to give yourself enough time to find yourself. So that me time is very essential. We need to do it a lot. Don't take me wrong. It's not being selfish. If anyone tells you that it's being selfish, they're just selfish. They would rather save their time but not allow you to have your time. No. Sometimes you have to be selfish. I'm going to say this again, ladies. Sometimes you have to be selfish with you. The reason why I say that is because you give. And when you're sitting at home by yourself and you can't even smirk or smile, you're not happy. You're not giving me time to yourself so that yourself can look forward to something good. Every day you deal with everything from bills to work to being a parent, just dealing with a lot of people, racism, all kinds of things that we deal with on an everyday basis. And you have to close yourself in for, even if it's 30 minutes a day, an hour, whatever. Even if you have children and let's say they get up at a certain time before school, you will go to bed early so that you can get up maybe an hour before, and just even if it's meditating for an hour, 30 minutes, even if it's praying for an hour, 30 minutes, even if it's just singing. Like, if you like real good R&B music, calming music, jazz music, find something that you can do for your me time. Even if me times mean I don't always go to the nail shop, but I cater to myself because sometimes I need it. I really, really need it. Okay, the next thing that a lot of people that I've noticed and I have been dealing with lately is anxiety and depression. Depression and anxiety is really high. I don't know what's going on, but it's really, really high. I work in retail, and this is my third retail job. And I'm not going to say it's the job. I just feel like sometimes when you don't feel appreciated, or you feel like you deserve more, you feel like sometimes people don't give you the credit in which is due to you, or something like that. But I have been running across a lot of people talking about depression. Oh, I'm dealing with depression. Sometimes I don't know if I'm coming or going. Sometimes I don't know what day it is. Sometimes I feel like I can't breathe. That is all signs of anxiety, and you may just be having anxiety attacks. I want to speak for myself. I think I had one like maybe a week ago, and it don't matter how much I slept. It was just like my adrenaline was going so fast. Like I felt like I was hyperventilating. Like in my head, I was having migraines. It started to get so bad that it started to actually mess with my stomach. I'm going to tell you guys from a person who believes in prayer. From a person who believes in just loving yourself. We have to really, really, really get a hold of it, because when anxiety takes over or depression takes over, it's hard to shake. I dealt with depression the 4 years that I wasn't working. It is not easy. It is not easy to face. I'm telling you right now. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, you're going to be able to pray. Oh, you're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to do that. And then it's going to go away. No. That is not what I'm telling you. But what I am telling you is to fight. Fight. Don't go a day without fighting for your happiness, for your sane mind, for your spirit. Just whatever you want to have and you don't want to go away, you're going to have to fight for it, because there are things that are designed for us to face, and there are battles for us to face, and we have to face them. And it's good to work on yourself. When you start doing other things to really build on yourself, then you have more strength to put towards other things. Depression is not just hitting the weak people. Depression is hitting the strong people, like your strong friends, your mom, your grandmother, the ones who pray, the ones who always have your back. It's hitting them harder than ever, and they're trying to be the big girl and big boy that they are, to push. They don't want to see you. They don't want you to see them cry. They don't want you to see them frustrated. But you still have to take the time to encourage those people. Be happiness for those people. Do things for those people, because our strongest people are under attack, it seems like. And to me, I look at, my mom has 5 beautiful daughters. One of my sisters one of my sisters is deceased. So now she has 4 daughters that are living and one that's deceased. And my mom always tells me, oh, you're my strongest one. But I still feel like, even though I'm your strongest one, doesn't mean I don't need the same thing that your weakest one does. Because it seems like more and more people are breaking down. Depression leads to a lot of stuff. People kill themselves. People do a lot of stuff. Things that I do sometimes is talking to people. I like talking. I feel like talking for me helps. Sometimes I cry. If you gotta cry, baby, cry. Please cry. Scream. Do whatever you need to, because you have to release it. It's in there. And it's like, oh yeah, she don't like screaming. She don't like crying. She don't like talking to people. I'm going to be able to really get her to her knees. And that's where you fight against it and say, not today. I want to be happy. So, I deal with stuff every day, but I push because I don't want to be sad. Even though it's on my back, even though I could tell my anxiety is high, sometimes I don't want to go home, sometimes I just want to give up. I press because I don't want to be sad. I've been in that position for 4 straight years. I don't ever want to go back. So I encourage you, my queens, my ladies, my sisters, like, push against it. No matter what, push against it, because if you don't push, it's going to win. But please push and start checking on your friends. Like, yes, we have our own lives. I understand. We have kids, we have jobs, but it takes nothing but 5 minutes to send a text message. Not even 5 minutes, depending on which one it takes. But it does not take that long for you to send a text to someone to check on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to always think, oh, it's my fault. This person don't want to communicate or talk, or, and we have got to stop beating ourselves up. Stop attacking yourself for other people. Everybody's not designed like you. Everybody is not meant to be your friend forever. Everybody, what's the old saying? Some people are here for a time, a season. Some may be for a day. Some may be for a year. Some may be for a lifetime. You never know. But you have to start going back to our first thing, which is self-love. Because when you start learning self-love, I feel like you'll start being a little bit more selfish with loving yourself, to where you don't give everything to everybody. And I had to learn it the hard way, but I'm thankful that I learned it. That's my thing. I've never been against how I learn situations. I'm so thankful for them. But I've actually had friends that just up and stop talking to me, up and yeah. And I've never did anything bad, or I've always been an encouraging person. But I had to come to realize that, why are you sitting here steady fighting for something that doesn't want you to hold on to it? So let it go. The moment that I let it go, I'm focusing on myself. I'm not going to say I'm 100% cured, because I still deal with anxiety. It is bad. But I'm happier than I've ever been, to tell you the truth. Starting from when I could learn, or when I knew what happiness was, what it exactly does for me. From that point to now, I'm way happier than I've ever been. And it's because I chose to take back everything that I was giving to people who wasn't willing to give it back to me. People as friends, as sisters, as nieces, because I have a problem. I'm working on it. I tell everybody, nobody's perfect. I am one of them. I'm not perfect. I'm working on communicating, because I find myself, when I'm dealing with my anxiety, like, I shut down. Like, I really don't want to text people. I really don't want to talk, and I fight through it, and sometimes it wins, to tell you the truth. I work a lot. So that's another reason why I really want to take this YouTube thing a lot further, because I just feel like there's so much in me that can help a lot of people. And it's not just makeup. I mean, I am a ball of happiness. Even though I deal with anxiety, I still am a ball of happiness. I have a couple of my coworkers who tell me, every time I see your name on the schedule, I just know we finna have a laugh, because we deal with a lot in life, period. And I just want, if my job or my purpose, that's the word I want to use, if my purpose on earth from God is for me to help people, I'm down for it. Even when I'm dealing with whatever it is I'm dealing with, I'm going to help people. So if it means me being a listening ear, so that somebody can get something off their chest to the point that they don't feel like they got to hold it no more. Being a smile, being goofy, because I'm very goofy. Being goofy and being able to just talk about anything and make a person happy. That right there makes me happy. You got a lot of people that's out here that's bent on materialistic things. I'm not bent on materialistic things. I love the things that I have. I've worked hard for them. My husband has worked hard for them. But I'm really just happiness. Happiness is like my key thing. And you have a lot of people, if you ask them, oh, what is it that you want in life? I want my sanity, my happiness, and whatever business that I actually want to pursue for myself. That's all I want. I don't want all the money in the world. I don't want all the friends in the world. I just want to be happy, because when you think about all these superstars, they got a lot of money. Most of them dealing with depression, anxiety. Most of them are suicidal. Most of them are schizophrenic. Like, the stuff that they have to endure with being in the public eye takes a really big toll on them. And a lot of them are not happy. So I would rather my happiness over money. Let me just say that, because I need to keep my sanity, baby. You can have all this money, no story. You can have all this money and kill yourself, and what you got? Exactly nothing. So my main thing is, I'm gonna get my money, because I've always been the type of person that's been real strong. Like, will push myself to whatever lengths I gotta be. So I have that already in me. So the only thing I need is my sanity and my happiness to make me score or slide on to where I need to be, because I'm going to get there one way or the other. Okay, my Next thing for our mental check would be uplifting. Uplifting not only yourself but everyone around you. Like, it's very important to uplift, because when you really think about it, you see so many people bashing, bringing people down, talking about people, just all kinds of stuff. Where do you see the uplifting at? I'll wait. Girl, you don't. That's the thing. You see so little of that and so much of everything else. It's sad that being real has went this small, and being fake and phony is so massive. Like, it's the new real. What in the world is going on with the world? Like, I don't get it. I guess I'm just gonna go down as not being what everybody feel like it should be, in which I'm glad and fine. I don't want to be fake. I'm gonna be 1,000 straight off the bat. You gonna accept it or not? To me, I don't care, but that's what it is. But we have to start uplifting each other, like encouraging, supporting. Ooh, that came out and I got a real deep feeling about that. It's because I've noticed that people that are more close to you don't support you. They don't encourage you. They, like, okay, let's say, hey, my husband, which he is a upcoming DJ. He wants to have his own record label. It's like, I'm his wife, but I never post him. I never encourage him. I never pray for him. I never do anything. So how am I uplifting him to get to his goal if I don't even encourage him to keep going even when things don't work out? It's sad that you'll have more people on the outside who will encourage you or be there for you faster than the people you have in your family, close friends. So I just say uplift. Even if you don't get the uplift from family, you may get it from a friend. Accept whatever uplifting comes your way. Don't be quick to kick against it, bash it. Like, allow it to surface, because sometimes we just need a little ounce of happiness to help ourselves push ourselves over the finish line. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get right close to the finish line and just want to give up because you're tired and you're exhausted and you don't know how much more you have to push. And when someone comes and encourages you, oh, I love this, you did a great job, that little ounce of happiness push you clean over the finish line. So start making sure that you encourage your fellow brothers and sisters. I said fellow brothers and sisters, not attacking any other race, but we're at the bottom of the food chain, and it's because we spew so much against each other. Like, we don't love each other, we don't support each other, we don't uplift each other, and it's sad that we are at the bottom of the barrel because of how we are mentally thinking. Like, my thing is, okay, boom, we were taught certain things, I know that, but where are you going to break that chain to where you do something different? Okay, your daddy was a drug dealer, his dad was a drug dealer, his uncle was a drug dealer, so you gonna be a drug dealer? Do you have to be a drug dealer? No, you don't. So when are you gonna break the chain? Maybe you could break the chains and be like, okay, well, y'all were doing illegal drugs. Maybe I could be a pharmacist and do medicine. It's still dealing with drugs. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Not saying, oh yeah, find another route to be bad. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is find something good in the bad. Because I found good in a bad situation plenty of times. So my thing is, if you see certain people doing something that's not right, you can still make something out of something. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got a mom that been in jail, her sister, her cousin. Why don't you be an attorney? Why don't you go and try to be a judge? I'm just saying, find something that can help your people. But the first thing, before you can help your people, we have to begin with the encouraging and uplifting of each other. Like, seriously, no games, no BS. Like, seriously, straight up and down. We have to start encouraging each other because it's needed massively and really quickly. We got to start doing it now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not 5 days from now. We have to start doing it now. That's the only way that we will all be able to soar or to get higher than what we are. We have got to stop all this nasty stuff. Like, when you start working on yourself, really work on yourself, you're going to start cleaning stuff out to where you know you don't need this, you don't need that, so you start removing it. Then you have place for something better than what you have. You have to come outside of your box and do different things. So I encourage you guys. I thank you guys for allowing me to come and have this deep conversation, because it seems like when you get ready to talk about deep stuff, nobody wants to listen. But it is really important for us to start creating mental checks. Like, sit down and have a conversation with a friend, like a really good friend, and just have a real conversation. We could talk about the clubs, we could talk about shoes, clothes, and all this later. How is your mental? How are you feeling today? How have you been feeling? Let me tell you how I've been feeling, and just really encourage each other to keep moving and to keep pushing, because we need each other. Don't ever tell nobody. I never tell nobody I don't need you, because that is a bold-faced lie. We need people. We need people's interaction. We need each other. So if we need each other, we all have to start working on ourselves so that we can be better people for each other. Well, that is the end of my video, you guys. My little rant, I guess you can say. But it's not a rant, because it's really talking about something that's really needs to be talked about. But like always, remember, a queendom comes from a queen that is in control of her nation. Be in control of your nation by first starting with self-love. So until next time, you guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And make sure that you hit the bell so that you know my next video. And until next time, cheers.